Hello Chelsea fans, big news is here and more is coming every day. If you love the Blues and don't want to miss any updates about our players, transfers, training sessions and match previews, make sure you hit that subscribe button now. Stay connected, stay updated and support Chelsea together with us. Chelsea Football Club is entering a new era of excitement and belief because two huge stories have arrived at once. With Antonio Rudiger confirmed to be coming back to Stamford Bridge after his time at Real Madrid, and Mykhailo Modryk finally cleared of the issues that had followed him and declared completely innocent, meaning he can now focus on football without any distractions. And this double news has shaken the football world because it brings together a return of a warrior and the rebirth of a young star, and fans all across the globe are celebrating with songs, chants, and endless posts online about how the future suddenly looks brighter for the Blues. And the Rudiger story is especially emotional because he was not just a defender, but also a symbol of passion, someone who always fought for the badge, threw himself into every challenge, and gave leadership both on and off the pitch. And many supporters felt a hole in the team when he left for Real Madrid in 2022. Because he was part of the backbone that helped Chelsea win the UEFA Champions League in 2021, producing epic performances against teams like Real Madrid, Atletico, and Manchester City. And when he went to Spain, he continued to shine, showing his toughness and professionalism. But deep inside, he always kept a special connection with Chelsea and the fans who loved him. And now, after seasons in La Liga, he has decided the time is right to come back, with the board, the coach, and the squad all welcoming him like a hero returning home. And for Chelsea, this transfer is not only about signing a player, but also about restoring the soul of the team. Because Rudiger represents a fighting spirit that Chelsea needs in order to compete with the likes of Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and all the top European giants, and his arrival is expected to stabilise a defence that has sometimes looked shaky, bringing his experience, leadership, and fierce mentality to guide younger defenders like Levi Colwill, Benoit Badiashile and Malo Gusto, while also working alongside Thiago Silva, who even at his age remains a master of positioning. So the combination of Silva's brain and Rudiger's power could make Chelsea's backline one of the most solid in the Premier League. And beyond the tactical benefits, there is also the psychological lift, because players train harder and play with more belief when a leader like Rudiger is around. And that is something that cannot be measured on paper, but is felt deeply on the pitch. And while that news alone would have been enough to create fireworks in West London, the second part of the story has multiplied the joy, because Mykhailo Modryk, who has been carrying heavy pressure since his big money move from Shakhtar Donetsk, is finally free of the accusations that were damaging his reputation, as investigations have cleared him completely, saying he did nothing wrong. And this means that mentally he can now breathe, smile, and express himself without fear. Which for a young player is incredibly important, because confidence is everything in football, and the reaction to this news has been powerful, with teammates congratulating him, fans chanting his name, and coaches saying that now people will finally see the real Modryk, the one with explosive speed, quick feet, and fearless dribbling that once made him one of the most wanted talents in Europe. And already in training at Cobham, he has been looking sharper, scoring goals, assisting teammates, and even joking around more, which shows that the weight on his shoulders has been lifted. And many are predicting that this will be his breakout season, because he has the qualities to change games, stretch defences, and bring unpredictability to Chelsea's attack. And with Modryk back in top shape and Rudiger boosting the defence, the squad suddenly looks balanced, with strength at the back and danger on the wings. And this is exactly what Chelsea fans have been demanding, because they have endured years of transition, new owners, managerial changes, and inconsistent results. But now they can see a clear direction, with experienced leaders returning and young stars being protected. And the mix of experience and youth is exactly what makes successful teams. And the atmosphere at Stamford Bridge is already transforming, with season ticket holders talking about how the roar will be louder, how the songs will be longer, and how the players will feel the push of the crowd, and even rival fans are admitting that Chelsea might be coming back as a real force. Because when a club brings back a leader like Rudiger and supports a player like Modryk through difficult times, it shows character and ambition, two ingredients that usually lead to success. And the media has been busy writing headlines about this double news, calling it the return of the warrior and the redemption of the speedster, and television channels have been replaying Rudiger's old highlights in blue alongside clips of Modryk's fastest sprints, reminding everyone of the energy and firepower Chelsea now has. And tactically, the coach is expected to use Rudiger in a central defensive pairing or even in a back three, giving the team options, while Modryk will likely play on the left wing, taking advantage of his speed to stretch defences and create space for forwards like Nicholas Jackson or Christopher Nkunku. And if Nkunku stays fit, the link-up between him and Modryk could be deadly, because both are quick, creative and love to combine in tight spaces. And if Chelsea manage to stay solid at the back with Rudiger's leadership, then suddenly the whole team looks stronger, and fans are dreaming again of competing not just for top four in the league, but also for trophies, because football is about momentum, belief and energy. And right now, Chelsea has all three. And in interviews, some of the senior players have already spoken about how much Rudiger means to them, calling him a true warrior and the voice of the team. While Modryk has spoken with emotion about how grateful he is to be supported and how eager he is to pay back the faith by performing on the pitch. And those human stories are what connect the fans to the players, because people want to believe in heroes and in redemption. And in football, sometimes two stories can come together to create magic. And that is what is happening now at Stamford Bridge. And although the road ahead will not be easy, with tough games in the Premier League, Champions League and domestic cups, there is a new sense of unity. Because when the defense is strong and the attack is fearless, anything becomes possible. And this is why journalists are saying Chelsea is back, not just in terms of transfers, but in terms of spirit, and that the combination of Rudiger's comeback and Modryk's freedom is one of the biggest boosts any club has had this season, and supporters will soon pack the stands to welcome Rudiger with banners, songs and endless applause, while also cheering every touch Modryk makes, because they know they are living through a turning point. And as football has shown again and again, moments like these can define the future of a club. So right now, optimism, passion and pride are flowing strongly through every corner of Chelsea Football Club.
Chelsea Football Club have been handed the kind of breakthrough news that can redefine an entire season and re-energize an entire fan base. Because after months of speculation, legal battles, endless rumors, and fear of a lengthy absence, Ukrainian winger Mikhailo Modryk has officially been declared innocent and cleared of any wrongdoing in relation to his highly publicized doping case, with a decision coming from independent sporting authorities who reviewed every detail of his situation, examined all available evidence, considered his lie detector test, medical records, and testimony from specialists, before ultimately reaching the conclusion that there was no intent, no violation of sporting integrity, and therefore no reason to continue the suspension that had threatened to derail both his personal career and Chelsea's long-term project. For Chelsea supporters across the world, this announcement has been received with tears of joy, relief, and renewed hope,